full screen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bam. No. Can I go back? Maximize.
Yeah.
And if I flip it, what if I flip it? Let's see.
There we go.
Well, leave the way it is. We're just going to leave the way it was beforehand. Ah, crap. Y'all bear with us. Technical difficulties right now. Oh, come on. Bloody stop. Come on. Get it done. Ah! Oh, Lord. All right. I should have had to stabilize. Now you don't want. Appreciate everybody tuning in. All of a sudden, my equipment don't want to work for a second.
Just one moment.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We on the air?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix this.
You're trying to fix the
tripod. My tripod for us to go live on YouTube and Facebook. We're almost ready. Oh, jeez. Well, that's why. You gotta lift this up a little bit. There we go. We're almost ready, Aaron. There we go. Lift this bad boy up, shall we? Oh. Charles Jackson. There we go. I think we're good now. All right, Aaron, we're good to go. We're going to go live, buddy. Hello? We're about to go live now, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going, man? I heard you got Rj on there tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, it's your dad.
No, this is
No.
Oh, Mr. Bob, how you doing? I thought you were Aaron Dukes.
No, this is Bob.
How you doing, man? Trying to get this live stream set up. All right, I got YouTube fired up. We're here to go live now, boss man.
Well, I just wanted one.
I go live first. Let's refresh the page. Now. All right, here we go. Push it. Get that going. Okay. Turn it on YouTube. I'm thinking something right here. I'm thinking something right here. Make sure I've got enough links for you. This is for you. Got it? Oh. Listen. Oh, that's a tangle. Maybe you need to sit here. This will shoot. How about that? This will shoot. See how that works. Because you is tangled up all over the place. There we go.
I just need to grab my stuff.
Yeah. It's good enough. You're not stretching much. There we go. All right, here we go. There, that's perfect. I gotta take calls right now. All right, so let's go to. Play this next. That's a fight song in Ncaa. And we're going to switch account. First song. What's going on, everybody? We'll get ready to go live in a few minutes. Get us some last minute setup. What's going on, everybody? We'll get ready to go live in a few minutes. Get us some last minute setup. Let me know how the chat is over there. Just read the phone. What's the sound? Comments stuff like that. So we get charged with doing the comments. So on Facebook. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Multi-stream. Oh, no. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to. Ooh, what's that sound? There we go. Sorry to fix that. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to High School Football Final Pregame Show on WUCR 107.9. We have a little bit of a buzz. You hear that, right, RJ?
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. Maybe something on my end. Refresh. I think it's on me. Let me turn myself down. There we go. Where's that buzzing sound coming from? Where's that buzzing sound coming from? Is it from you? Check your. Let's see. Where's that buzzing sound coming from? Is it from that? Is it from YouTube? Close your YouTube page. I see that. I think it's probably from me.
Sounds like from the.
Let me turn it. Okay, no, it's not that. Y'all bear with us right quick. We're trying to get some technical difficulties out the way. Oh, you just stopped it? Okay. Let's see how it works now. Good. Right. So we had to fix that. Hey, good fix, RJ. I do we use the right man for the job. Let's go back to YouTube. Y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in, guys. Hold the phone calls. We had to fix a little of a deep buzz we had, but my new right-hand engineer, Mr. Rj Wallace, helped us out, so I really appreciate it and honored to have him as my new co-host of the High School Football Final Family. Is it great to be here, RJ?
Yes, sir. It is.
So we're here with High School Football Final. Thank y'all for everybody who's tuning in on today's multi-stream podcast. We're live on Restream.io via YouTube and Facebook. And we're on the airways of WUCR 107.9 of Lake Butler, Florida, as we call it the Mecca of high school sports here in the lovely town of Lake Butler, Florida. Despite being an ugly, dark, grayish day, we still got a show to run. So, RJ, we got a lot of high school football to talk about, man. But first, we got to talk about sponsors. I think everybody who sponsors WUCR 107.9. I'm your host, the Big Hoss, Charles Jackson. Here are Rj Wallace, and We got a lot to talk about. We're talking high school football tonight, RJ. We're talking NFL. We got NFL Thursday night with the Giants and Eagles tonight. We got college football this weekend. And guess what? We got baseball postseason going on. So we're going to talk about all that and more tonight here on High School Football Final Pregame Show powered by Duke's Legal PA. We're thinking about sponsors, Teal Tile, IGA Supermarket, Southland Wood and Tile, Cornerstone, Murray Automotive Super Center, James Bus State Farm, Field of Grace Farmhouse, The Oil Guy LLC, Lake Butler Hospital, First Christian Church of Lake Butler, Florida Gateway College, Spires IGA Supermarkets. We have Roberts Insurance. We have so many more. Pop's Pizza Box. And I know I got a couple more. I usually on the other hand. We got Radiant Credit Union. We got Southland Wood and Steel. Wayne's Fry Manufacturing. And last but not least, Cool Waters. Thank y'all for all y'all sponsorships of the Union County Radio, WUCR 107.9. And big shout out to our radio director and general manager, Aaron Dukes, and his lovely family, Chelsea. Listen tonight, Airways. And we got to talk. Last week, it wasn't the best performance from the Tigers. Fought hard against a very good Zarephath Academy. Fell short of homecoming. We're going to preview their game first. They actually have a game this week. They have a bye week. Yeah. So we're going to preview everybody else, and we'll talk about Union County's game next week against Ocala Trinity Capital, who else is also the win or lose situation for their season. But let's look at some games going on right now. We got Thursday night football across the world, high school football, college football, and even NFL football as the Eagles take on the Giants in the Meadowlands, correct? Yeah. So this is a big game for the Eagles as they come off a tough loss last week to the Denver Broncos for the first time this year. But let's talk high school football. The GHS Purple Hurricanes been up and down this year, RJ. They welcome in homecoming night. It's a whiteout in Citizens Field. And they welcome in the Leesburg Yellow Jackets. They're currently right now in the first quarter for homecoming. Not a good start for GHS. They're down 7-0. Yeah. So we have GHS playing homecoming against Leesburg tonight. We got Niceville hosting Mosley out of Lynn Haven. That game just started at 8. We also got South Florida, the Booker T Tornadoes, welcoming the Homestead Broncos. That game is the first tied at 0. But let's talk about some high school football for this upcoming week as the Tigers are off this week. I will be in Gainesville tomorrow night as the Old Call Eagles welcoming these Old Plate Christian team. Old Call came off a tough loss last week at Trenton's homecoming, losing by 16. But RJ Fierce's team was banged up. They're undermanned, but they fought like crap. And sometimes it's not the size of the man, it's the fight in the man. And they fought to the very end, but unfortunately it fell short of continuing undefeated. But still, 5-1, so a great start for the Golden Eagles as they welcome in Old Plate for homecoming. Before we get to high school football, let's talk about some Major League Baseball news. This happened yesterday. The New York Yankees once again fell short of the trip to the World Series. Last year, they made the World Series as the first time since 2009 that they made the World Series. They made it with the duo of Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge. In my opinion, the best slugging duo in all baseball. But once again, for how many times they made the playoffs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times since team number 2018. 2016. They have not won the World Series. So my question is this, RJ: is it time to split up Stanton and Judge?
I would say yes, because with Stanton, yes, he's a good slugger, and Judge has just hit his career high.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the playoffs, it's just like it seems like they just can't do anything.
They fall short.
Yeah.
Look at the last every year they've been in the playoffs. 2017 they didn't make it. 2018 was their first year as a duo in the postseason. They made it to ALDS, lost 3-1. Then it went all the way to the championship series in the AL, lost 4-2. 2020 got to ALDS again, lost 3-2. They got to the wild card game, the lowest they've been since making the playoffs as a duo. They lost in the wild card game. 2022 got back to the ALCS but got swept. And then they finally made it to the World Series after missing the playoffs in 2023. They made it to the World Series, but fell short 4-1. Trying to run it back, and now they just got eliminated by division rival Toronto. Toronto, the top seed in the AL. My question, it's not a question. It's just at this point, if you're the Yankees, you have the best duo in baseball when it comes to hitting the ball at the park. Why have they not won a World Series beyond me? It's like team up two of the greatest sluggers of all time in the same team and still not winning. It's like teaming LeBron and Kobe on the same team and not winning championships. They're two of the best in their position, two of the best in recent history when it comes to hitting baseball out the park, but they still not getting the job done. As a John Carlos Stanton fan, I was kind of irritated he got traded from the Marlins to the Yankees. But, back then we had Derek Jeter as one of our executives, so he made that move to help the Yankees. But once again, the Yankees have not won a championship since A-Rod and Jeter was together back in 2009. So it is going on now 16 years since the Yankees last won a championship. But they did make the World Series, so they did make a plus. But once again, have not won the World Series. So the Toronto Blue Jays will advance to the ALCS. Well, they will wait when it's going to ESPN. Well, let's go look at the baseball bracket. Let's get the playoff bracket. With the Yankees that are out and the Blue Jays advance, they will face the winner of the 6-2 matchup between Detroit and Seattle, and that series is tied at 2 apiece. With Game 5 being tonight in Seattle, I think. So this is a big game. Oh, Game 5 back in Seattle, correct. Now, the Blue Jays will kick that series off on Saturday at 8, where they will host the winner of either Seattle, or Detroit. On the other side, the NL, currently right now, the top-seeded Brewers lead the 4th-seeded Cubs 2-1. Game 4 will be tonight in Chicago. Yeah. Chicago trying to tie the series up. And on the other side of the bracket, the Phillies and the Dodgers lead the series 2-1. Detroit right now the bottom of 7th in Philadelphia, 1-0 to the Phillies. And the Phillies trying to tie it up. Who's your favorite right now to win it all this year in 2025?
Oh, we have to do the Cubs. You
got the Cubs sneaking up to win it all?
Yeah.
I really, the Cubs is a good story. The Brewers is a good team too. The Dodgers, Dodgers will be the Dodgers. But it's something special about the Toronto Blue Jays team that can finally win the big one. It's been a long time since the Blue Jays won a World Series title. Let's look at the last time the Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series. Toronto Blue Jays last world title. The last time the Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series, you're going to have to go back to 1993 when they beat the Philadelphia Phillies in 6 games. They won that series 4-2. That was the last time the Blue Jays won the World Series. I was 2 years old when the Blue Jays last won the World Series. How old you was at 93? You weren't even born yet. Let's look at some of the other teams that's in the field last win World Series. The Dodgers recently won one. The Phillies hasn't won one, I think, since 2005. I think it's the last time the Phillies last World Series win. I think it was 2005 with Ryan Howard and the crew. Let me go check right quick. World Series win. I could be wrong. I think it's 2005. It was 2008. It was 2008 when they beat the Tampa Bay Rays in 5 games. Cole Hamels was the World Series MVP. They did make it again in 2022, but they lost in 6 games to the cheating Astros. And we know the Astros, known for cheating, they cheated the Dodgers out of their World Series championship win a few years ago. So they finally got called out for cheating.
They're going to try cheating the Rays out.
Right. So it's like you can't cheat all the time. Seattle Mariners last World Series win. Let's see that. Series win. The last time the Seattle Mariners last won the World Series, they have never made it to the World Series. So this could be a first for them as they're tied 2-2 as a 2 seed against the Detroit Tigers. So the Mariners, I think, is the only team in the playoff field that has not won a World Series. I think the Brewers have won a World Series. Let's see. Brewers last World Series. The Brewers last World Series. So the Brewers, so the teams that never won championships was the Padres, the Rays, the Rockies, and the Mariners. So neither the Brewers or the Mariners have never ever made it to the World Series final round. So we have a couple of first times that could make it possible. The Brewers are 1 seed in the NL, the Mariners are 2 seeded in the AL. Would it be fun if you see both those teams make it to the World Series the first time? It'll be hard to pick who will win that series, but my money is on Seattle. Let's go ahead and shift gears from baseball to the NFL, as the NFL rears its head this week, as we have Thursday night football. The Meadowlands tonight. It just started too. Giants at 1-4 off an embarrassing loss to the New Orleans Saints and Spencer Rattler, their first win in 2025. Jackson Dart in his second ever start, taking on a Philly team who got not embarrassed, but a loss that we didn't see really coming in. The Broncos are a very good team defensively, and Bo Nix is playing solid football. But the Eagles 4-1, tough rare home loss to the Denver Broncos, as the Philadelphia Eagles just strike first with a field goal for 41 yards by Philly. So 3-0. My question was this: what is the keys for the Giants to 12 ups against the Philadelphia Eagles tonight, RJ?
To stop the run, to stop the pass,
mm-hmm.
and to stop this tush push. The Eagles somehow manage to do every time.
The tush push is so... Everybody complains how illegal it is. And I tell you, man, it's one of the most hardest plays in football to stop. I mean, it's like 1,000 pounds of muscle coming all over you at one time. And it's hard for you to stop, especially when you have sometimes a tight end push Jalen Hurts, or even an offensive lineman push Jalen Hurts. It's hard to stop that. But in my opinion, Jackson Dart this weekend, in my opinion, you got all the rookie quarterbacks playing this weekend. You got Jackson Dart against Philly. You got Dylan Gabriel against the Steelers on Sunday. And then you got Cam Ward this Sunday. They play they will take on the Titans, take on the Vegas Raiders. Cam Ward has the easiest chance of winning this weekend, but this will be difficult for all three quarterbacks because being a rookie quarterback in the NFL is not the easiest thing to do. Cam Ward be the number one pick. Not having the best offensive line around him. His receivers are relatively young. You got a few Gators on that team. You got Van Jefferson, who got picked in free agency. You got rookie receiver Chimere Dike from Florida last year, who's a real speedster. Then you got the rookie from Stanford, who's a real sleeper, and Alec Ayomader, who's really his favorite target. And then you got some veteran leadership in Van Jefferson and Calvin Ridley. And then you got Tony Pollard, a running back. What has been the struggles for the Titans this year? I heard the offensive play caller, RJ.
Yeah, and I'm able to get stuff done.
Yep.
Because, yes, Tennessee beat Arizona.
But Arizona really lost that game themselves.
Yeah.
That was by far a win on a silver platter for the Tennessee Titans. They had two blunders that they was given to them. The fumble by DeMarcado in the end zone, and then the interception that eventually went right back to Tennessee, right on a ricochet. So, my question is this: you're through the first 5 games of the season. First month is complete. Who's your most disappointing NFL team right now, as we speak right now? Your opinion?
If I had to pick, it would probably have to be the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans, your most disappointing team?
Or the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, yeah, that's more of a better pick because Tennessee is young.
Yeah.
They're inexperienced. Dolphins, on the hand, you have Tua Tagovailoa into year number 5, I think, 5 or 6. You're getting paid superstar money, and once again, you have not won a playoff game as a starter in the NFL. You have to look at yourself. Now, you're a franchise quarterback. They invested so much in you. They drafted around you to make the best for you. And once again, you have not lived to the height that everybody has for you. Yeah. You're right now, you're 2-3, I think. 2-3? I think they're 2-3. Let me see. The Dolphins are Dolphins. They are 1-4. One of the worst teams in the league. Offensive line play is anemic. There's some bright spots for the Dolphins. Darren Waller, who was retired last year, 3 touchdowns the last 2 games for Darren Waller. Jalen Waddle's got to finally become the emerging wide receiver that we know he's capable of doing instead of being Tyreek Hill's lackey or Robin. Of course, you got Devon Ncaa, who's a very good do-it-all back. The problem is the offensive line is so buns. Tua don't know how to spell his name from left to right if he could. And at this point, the Dolphins are in win-down mode because if you don't win against the Chargers this Sunday, this could be a fire situation for Mike McDaniels.
Yes. Mike McDaniels is on the hot seat.
Yeah, it's win or go home for Mike McDaniels this upcoming Sunday if they don't win against the Chargers. And I don't think he can last in the home game with an L. The Chargers have been struggling the last 2 weeks. 2 tough losses. Lost to the Commanders. You lose the Commanders, and then you lose to the Giants 2 weeks ago in Jackson Dart's first career start. So, and then you're out your 2 best running backs. You lose Najee Harris a few weeks ago to ACL tear. Then you lose Omari Hampton to the IR for at least a month, or it could be longer.
And you also lose Tyreek Hill because
both teams are banged up.
Yeah.
And for the Chargers, this is a must-win for them to keep pace with the Broncos, who might be the best team in the division right now.
Wow.
It was a Chargers, but the last couple of losses have really hurt the Chargers with the injuries. This is a must-win for both football teams. But I'm going to give the Chargers the edge in this one because they're more put together all around. The Dolphins have a lot of missing pieces. No Tyreek. Their defense is a sham. The offensive line is a sham. This is not going to be a good day for the Dolphins in Hard Rock Stadium. I got the Chargers winning that one. And with that being said, we're going to do our NFL pick'ems for week number 6 in the National Football League. We're not going to pick Thursday night game because they already started. But the Giants are inside Philadelphia territory at the 22-yard line with 11:14 left in the Meadowlands in the first quarter as Jackson Dart trying to get some points on the opening drive. First game of the night, first game of the morning, is Sunday in London. You got the Jets and the Broncos. Who you got winning this one?
I'm the Broncos.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Broncos too. The Jets are in a really bad situation. Justin Fields, God bless him. He tries to see every situation he goes to outside for the Pittsburgh. It's been a bad situation. You have good pieces, but not good at coaching. And no offense to Aaron Glenn, this is not all his fault. I think he'll get a pass this year, but being 0-5 with the talent you have on that roster, there's some issues that Coach Glenn got to fix and fast because if you don't fix it, it's a possibility his name will be on the wall for the chopping block. So Broncos went out by 14. In Pittsburgh, a division rival in the AFC North, you got the Cleveland Browns coming in 1-4. Dylan Gabriel's first road start in the States. Of course, they don't really count last week. This road loss. First road game in the States against the division leading Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got this between Pittsburgh and Cleveland?
That's what it's funny. Because you're a rookie quarterback.
Right.
And then you have Aaron Rodgers. No one thought Aaron Rodgers would come out and be like,
just good with but he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. So you give him good pieces around him, he'll make the best of what he has. DK Metcalf is playing like DK Metcalf old. And breaking news touchdown for the Giants. They take a 6-3 lead in this NFC East showdown. Let's see who scored that touchdown for the Giants. Let's go ahead.
It had to be a pass. It could be a run.
Let's see who scored for the Giants. It was a Jackson Dart touchdown run from 19 yards and out. So the rookie with his first career rushing touchdown, an impressive drive, 6 plays, 54 yards, 2 minutes on the clock. And the Giants, 7-3 lead over the Philadelphia Eagles. Elsewhere, let's go to the city, the Bayou, Drake Bay, and the New England Patriots, 3-2. You couldn't say that in the same sentence at the beginning of the year. Last week, got a statement victory against the division of the Buffalo Bills in Foxborough. My question was this: can they keep this high streak going against a strong New Orleans team?
You have to.
You have to. That's a high that you can't let go down.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots are going to win this one pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
But if you play down your competition, you could be like Eagles. You could be like Eagles or the Chargers was when they both lost their games.
It's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a close game. I got Philadelphia. I got New England with this one by 10 points or more.
Yeah.
Drake May's playing phenomenal right now for Coach Matt Patricia, and I think they'll continue with to go to 4-2. In B-Town, Baltimore needs this game real bad.
They do.
And they're banged up in the worst way. You don't have Lamar Jackson. That was Cooper Rush will start for the second straight week. Nobody secondary. Nate Wiggins is banged up. Marlon Humphrey's banged up. Your whole team is injured. That means you have to really rely on Derrick Henry again for the second straight week. And he was really relatively quiet last week against Texas. They have the Rams hosting on Sunday afternoon. And I'm going to give the Rams to win this one, too. Rams off a heartbreak with last Thursday night to Mac Jones and the 49ers. I think Matt Stafford will get back in the winning column and take care of business against the Baltimore Ravens. All right. In Indy, the team we talked about earlier, the Arizona Cardinals, tough way to lose that game last week. They had the game wrapped up, but really gave it away on the silver platter. They travel to take on division-leading Indy on Sunday afternoon. This is going to be a fun one, but I think the Cardinals will keep it close early on. Yeah. I'm going to give the Colts a good win at home. I really think the Cardinals will keep it close, but the Colts are just real good right now. Daniel Jones is playing lights out right now.
I would have to agree. Even though it pained me to say because...
And we're Jags fans. By the way, we're Jags fans.
So Indy's in our division.
We're going to see them in December both times. So
yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's playing like an MVP caliber running back. Daniel Jones playing like a comeback player of the year type quarterback. Coach Shane Steichen is coaching his mind right now. Colts going to go to 5-1 this week. Yeah. This one. Speaking of the Jaguars, let's talk about past Monday.
Hey.
Brady of the Chiefs haven't beaten since 2009, when David Guerrero was our last quarterback. We have now started 4-1 since that year, 2009. The Jags against the Chiefs, backs against the wall. Everybody had us losing the Monday Night Football. And look, you was down 14-0. Of course, you project to lose. The Chiefs don't lose too many games, they're up double digits. But lo and behold, one pick six later, one INT later by Mahomes, and the Jags have the lead. Now the Chiefs went down to the score, making a one-possession game. Chiefs have the final chance, and they blew it. My question to you is this. Is the Jags for real this year, or is this just hold on, let's wait a bit longer before we really call Jags contenders? Or is this maybe the Jags are cooking something out of their Duval?
Well, as it says on paper, our defense, we came into the league one of the worst teams on defense last year with turnovers. And we're number one in the defense with turnovers. Compared to our sacks.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers, yeah.
And 14 turnovers, which leads the NFL. Coach Liam Cohen has really dialed up with his team. And then Trevor Lawrence, despite the interception, you understand he threw a lot of picks, but it's not how you start the game. It's how you finish. Yeah. And you look how the Jags finished on that final drive. Some of the best passes Trevor thrown, in my opinion, as a Jags starter, including that beautiful over-the-shoulder throw in between coverage to Brian Thomas on that final drive. And that amazing catch by Travis Hunter on that same drive. Then the play of the game. Trevor drops back. He stumbles twice.
Yeah.
Runs, breaks a tackle, and walks in for the game-winning TD. Now, my question is this. Now, everybody's really criticizing Chris Jones for not put no effort on the play. He came out today and says, I didn't give enough effort. My question is this. If Chris Jones does make a play, do you think Jaguars will score that play? It's a what if. Yeah. What?
Chris Jones, he's a good defensive end, or whatever he is. But
he's one of the best D tackles in the NFL.
But hey, it just came time to the routine wanted more.
Yeah,
basically.
For sure. So who you got winning between the Jags and the Seahawks in Jacksonville on Sunday afternoon?
It's a short week.
Real short week for sure.
We just traded our
Trade Tyson Campbell.
quarterback.
Yeah, Tyson Campbell for Grant Newsom. So he
Grant Newsom.
real good
And
corner.
let's say I could see who and I have Joshua winning it because we're going. But yeah, I have Joshua winning
Yeah, I got the Jags winning too. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be a high scoring game. But I think the Jaguars make plays on defense that they've been doing all year and slow down that passing attack of the Seahawks. I think the Jags have enough to win the game this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. But that's a very good Seahawks offense. If you watched last week against the Bucks, they put up 35 points, and Sam Darnold is playing up to that $100 million contract. Uh, Cowboys. Last time we saw them, they was in a tie against the Packers. They go into Carolina last week. Rico Dowdle ran for a league high 200 yards against the Dolphins last week. Can Carolina win 2 in a straight, or will the Dolphins? Sorry, will the Cowboys get back in the winning ways?
it. I think I'm winning.
Yeah, if the Cowboys lose this one, then you gotta look at yourself and say, is this Cowboys team really for real or not? Because you beat
You beat the number one defense, number one rush defense
right.
in the league. Not number one counter defense, but number one other defense.
Yeah.
But
you strong against the Bears. Yeah, so what which Cowboy team we got? Let's fast forward to a big time game in Tampa. 2-4-1 teams in the NFC. Buccaneers and 49ers. They meet Sunday afternoon in Tampa. I got the Bucks winning this one. Emeka Buka is playing like a league MVP right now. And I tell you, man, just because they're a Santa Florida team, I'm not the biggest Buck fan, but I can respect real. Baker Mayfield and Emeka Buka's playing lights out. And don't get me wrong, Mac Jones is playing spectacular, but the 49ers are still really banged up. As a receiver core, no Ricky Pearsall, no Jawan Jennings, but they still find a way to win. No Nick Bosa, still find a way to win a road game against the Rams last week. But I think the winning stops here in Tampa. Bucks win this one. Packers and Bengals on Sunday afternoon. KC, welcome in Detroit. That's going to be a fun one Sunday night. And then Monday Night Football, come off an emotional loss against the Patriots. The Buffalo Bills on the road in the A. And take on Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football. And also at 8:15, it's a doubleheader, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears try to rewrite history. Because last year when these two teams faced, Jay Daniels will Hail Mary to win the game. So hopefully this time doesn't happen as the Bears and the Redskins meet in FedEx Field. We're your commercial break. We're going to do some commercials as we come back to high school football follow here on WUCR 107.9. I'm the big host Charles Jackson with
Rj Wallace.
And we'll be right back in a few minutes after a few commercial breaks.
Wilson's Apparel has over 3 decades of experience in the title insurance industry. Aligned with West Berlin Title Insurance Company.
That's a lot.
They are well equipped with the expertise and resources to excel in our local market. Their paired
WUCR 107.9. I'm the big host, Charles Jackson. Alongside with my right-hand man,
Rj Wallace.
and we're back with some more high school football final here as the Giants up 13-3. Extra point was missed, but first they go for Philadelphia at the 4-yard line. We're going to shift gears as we get ready for some college football this weekend. And we have some big-time football games across the country. We're going to do just ranked games, big-time ranked games in action. You got Ohio State on the road in Champaign, Illinois, as they take on the Illinois Fighting Illini. They only lost to Illinois this year, came on the road against the Indiana Hoosiers, who's playing elite football right now. Tough game for Coach Ryan Day and the defending champs. North Texas, undefeated in the country, one of the top group of 5 teams in America. Welcome in the Cinderella team of the year so far, the 4-1, number 24th ranked USF Bulls in the Denton, Texas. That's going to be a big-time fair down there on Friday night. It happened last Friday night. Florida State lost on 2 Friday nights ago. Florida State lost to Virginia on the road. Yeah. So it's not been good for ranked opponents on Friday Night Football with USF the next victim. In Columbia, Missouri, big-time SEC matchup. Number 14, Missouri, welcome in Alabama, who came off a very emotional win last week against Vanderbilt, who beat them last year, and a touchdown for the Eagles as Jalen Hurts finds Dallas Goedert to make it a 10-13 game in that one. That's going to be a big one. And this is a must-win for Florida State. Yeah. Tough embarrassing, tough loss. The score is a lot closer than what the score really indicated last Saturday against the Miami Hurricanes. Miami was like a real CFB playoff team. Florida State, they want to make a case to get back in the hunt, not just for the playoff push, but an ACC championship appearance. They got to beat a very stout Pittsburgh team at 12 on Saturday in Doak Campbell. This is a must-win for both teams to keep pace for the ACC championship. Yeah, Ole Miss. Speaking of Ole Miss, they lose Austin Simmons beginning of the year. Trinidad Chamberlain is playing like a Heisman candidate quarterback, one of the best dual threats in America. They welcome in Wazoo, Washington State, at 12:45 SEC Network. Big game in the Big 12, top 10 matchup, 3:30 on CBS. Number 3 Oregon, first time matchup against Indiana. Number 7 Indiana, number 3 Oregon, and Eugene. That's going to be a fun one. Indiana got a real good defense, and they're going to test Dante Moore and that Oregon Duck offense. Oregon already faced one tough task in the Big 10, beating Penn State on the road. Can they survive a home test against number 7 Indiana? We'll find out. 3:30 CBS.
3:30 again on Saturday.
And 3:30 on Saturday, our old rivalry new. We thought it was going to be a top 10 matchup between Texas and Oklahoma.
But
Texas lost to Florida last week. Now, Arch Manning really needs this win for his confidence. A tough loss in the swamp last week. He was battered and bruised, beat up against that Florida front. They face another solid defense. And Coach Brent Venables and the number 6 Oklahoma Sooners in the old Red River rivalry. Can the Longhorns upset the Sooners to prevent them from going undefeated? Can you think Arch Manning get the job done?
I mean, OU, they have a better. Nobody thought OU would come in.
Especially after see they had last year.
Yeah, and be 5-0 right now.
And then you get back, hopefully, John Mateer, who was a Heisman quarterback before the injury. Michael Hawkins played solid while he was out the last couple of weeks. But they will get John Mateer back. It's a huge stab in the arm. It's a good shot for the Sooners. They want to compete against this very good Texas defense. And Texas has a really good defense.
So it's going to be a toss-up game.
It's going to be a toss-up. Texas has a chance to win this game against OU.
But if Texas makes one mistake,
OU going to capitalize.
I have OU winning it.
Whoever wins the tournament battle will win this football game. Yep. In the regular rivalry. Years past has been high scoring, so hopefully OU and Texas don't disappoint this Saturday. Yep. In Atlanta, don't sleep on Virginia Tech. They start off 0-3, winners 2 of the last 3 games. They go against undefeated Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and I think this Virginia Tech team is a lot different than it was at the beginning of the year. They fired head coach Brent Fry. They won 2 of the last 3 games. They're going to make it a little bit difficult for Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech, last time we saw them, they had to come from behind to be Wake Forest. Yep. So Can Georgia Tech continue their strong season and not have hiccups along the way to possible meet in Miami in the ACC championship game? We'll see that soon. And then we got North Carolina State on the road in Notre Dame. Notre Dame after 0-2 start, won 3 straight games. Looking like the team that went to that championship last year. They're number 16 in the country. Welcome in a solid North Carolina State team to Notre Dame Stadium at 3:30 on Peacock. 3:30 on ESPN. Iowa State got an embarrassing loss to Cincinnati last Saturday. Rocco Beck was phenomenal, but the defense could not stop a cold last week. They're facing Colorado, another tough road test for the Cyclones as they take on Coach Prime and his crew. Coach Prime needs to win the most way to get bowl eligible again. A losing season here for Colorado could put him in a hot seat. This is a must-win for both teams. I'm going to get Iowa State for the win, but Colorado's going to make it difficult for Iowa State. SEC battle. Coach Bobby Petrino back in the saddle at Arkansas 2 weeks ago. Of course, last week, they just fired Sam Pittman last week. Bobby Petrino taking over as an interim coach. Hopefully, he'll be the head coach going to 2026. They're going against a real strong Tennessee team. Just a few weeks ago, we saw them show against Mississippi State. That game went overtime, so hopefully Tennessee could take care of business against us. Kind of a shaky Arkansas team. You don't know what kind of Arkansas team you're going to get. And Taylor Green is a phenomenal dual threat quarterback, so Tennessee got to watch out for him. You got to me too. Tennessee should win this game. In College Station, the Gators. Which Gator team we're going to see Saturday night in College Station? I'm going to see the Florida team that struggled against USF, Miami, and LSU. Or I'm going to see that same Florida team that took care of business against Texas last week. Now, don't get me wrong. Texas A&M is way better than Texas right now on paper. And Marcel Reed is playing like a Heisman Trophy candidate. He's not the same freshman that was at quarterback last year for the Aggies. They're playing like a playoff caliber team, but they got part of the toughest defense they have faced all year to this point in the Florida Gators from a front seven standpoint. Notre Dame was a good defense, but Florida's front seven could compete with anybody in America right now. It depends what offense you're going to get. So that's going to be a toss-up. Can't wait to see that one. I'm not going to pick on that one. I'm going to let the game speak for itself. Elsewhere in the state of Texas, we got another good one. Now, this is my sleeper team from this year. Number 9, Texas Tech. I'm going to say this again. Number 9, Texas Tech. Hosting the Kansas Jayhawks, and this Kansas team looking really solid, 4-2. Don't sleep on Jalen Daniels and the Kansas Jayhawks. They look really solid right now. Can they pull off an upset in Lubbock? They possibly can. But this Texas Tech team led by receiver Michael Hudson has been phenomenal this year. Texas Tech is playing their best football in quite a while. Let's see they keep it up against a very solid but underrated Kansas team. In between the plains, in Auburn, who we thought was competing the SEC this year, along with Florida, kind of had some hiccups the last couple of weeks. They lost to Texas A&M. They lost to OU 2 weeks in a row. They welcome in number 10 Georgia, and it's not going to be easy for Auburn. They got to find a way to get that to protect Jackson Arnold because they don't. That Georgia front seven's got a field day on that offensive line. I got Georgia winning this pretty convincingly. Auburn offensive line can't protect nothing right now. And the last couple of weeks I showed that they can't protect nothing right now. Number 15, Michigan in the Coliseum. Last year, Michigan hosted USC. Michigan got the dub over the Trojans. This time, Michigan made the trip out west to take on the Trojans. Last week, Penn State made the trip out west and got embarrassed at UCLA. Can USC have the same motive and knock off 15th ranked Michigan? Jaden Bavia is going to be tested by this Michigan front, but Bryce Underwood, another true road start. He struggled his first road start against Oklahoma. They only lost this year to this point. He's playing better, more confident as true freshman. This is his first true road start since the Oklahoma game. Hopefully, the offense is going to play better around him and he'll make better decisions as they take on Coach Lincoln Riley in the USC Trojans at 7:30 under the lights in the Coliseum. And you know what time it is. Death Valley at night is one of the hardest places to play in America. I'm not talking about Clemson. I'm talking about LSU. And LSU will host who we thought at the beginning of the year, as fans, that South Carolina going to make the push to make the possible playoff. Last year, with 10-3, made it to the Cheez-It Bowl, beat Illinois last year. They bring back one of the most dynamic dual threat quarterbacks in the country in Lenore Sellers. You have that offense has been up and down. Sellers was banged up early on in the year. They're still 3-2, not a bad spot for South Carolina, but they want to reassert themselves back in the SEC title picture. They got to get a big state victory against a stronger LSU offense who lost last week to Ole Miss, who, in my opinion, is a dark horse to win the SEC this year. So now we're going to shift gears from the South to the West. As Arizona, they only lost this year, came to who the Arizona? Only the Arizona loss came to. I know this loss. It was to I think it was Iowa State a couple weeks ago. They welcomed in number 18 BYU, undefeated BYU last year. Of course, just missed out the Big 12 title game due to tiebreaker rules with Colorado and Arizona State. But BYU could still make a push for Arlington and they could win out. But they got a very tough to deal with Arizona and Noah Fafita, who's one of the better passers in the conference. Speaking about the Big 12, another Big 12 matchup, big-time matchup with conference championship implications as number 21 Arizona State, who we saw in Starksville, got a hiccup this year. But since the loss of Mississippi State, they've been playing phenomenal. But they're facing a very good team in Derek Dampier and the Utah Utes down there in Salt Lake City. 10-15 kickoff between the Sun Devils and the Utes this upcoming Saturday night. And that is our final ranked game of the weekend. As college football hits week 7, we're past the halfway mark, and we're getting closer and closer to who's our contenders and who's our pretenders for the college football playoff as we get closer to Selection Sunday. Now, we're going to shift gears to our favorite topic over here, my favorite topic, high school football. It's called High School Football Final for a reason. And let's go ahead and shift gears to our high school football games. Of course, Union County will not be playing this upcoming Friday night as they got a bye week, their second one of the year. They're supposed to play Hollis, and they're supposed to play St. Joe's and St. Francis. And I say, remember, Santa Fe, but all three of those schools canceled. We got a bye week at week 3, and now we have a bye week at week 7. So now Lake Butler won't be actually until next week as they travel to Marion County to take on the County County Celtics and Dunlap Field next Friday night at 7:30. Case and Charlotte will be on the call next week. Let's look at some scores around the way. And it's homecoming in Gainesville tonight. And right now, it's not looking good, RJ, as GHS is on the verge of getting shut out. They trail Leesburg on homecoming night 17-0. And Niceville hosting Mosley out of Lynn Haven. The Eagles trailed the second quarter by 3, 16-13. It's a close game down there in Niceville. Games for this upcoming Friday night. Zarephath, who beat us last week. They go to Fort White. They take on the Indians. I'm going to go Fort White.
Fort White has been looking like the better team.
Yeah, Fort White's looking really solid this year.
Also Zarephath.
Zarephath been solid. They got a big win against us. That loss for us really hurt us in the Florida High School Athletic Association standings. We fell from, I think, number 16 to number 20 now in our class. And even top 16 in the playoff. So we're on the outside looking in currently right now as the standing as of Monday. We're number 20 in the rural classification. On the verge of not making the playoffs unless we win out.
Also, you have that FIT.
Yeah, FIT is still. But I said this at the beginning of the year, too, for us Tigers fans. The FIT is not a bad route. I think it's good playoff football for their kids. And I tell you this, too. I don't think this young group is not saying we're not worthy to compete for state championships. But when you know where you're at right now, I think you're best off going the FIT route, getting the kids some more experience, because a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the team, get them guys ready for 2026. So in 2026, there'll be sophomores and juniors. Then there'll be more experience. And then next year, the Tigers can make that push to get back in the state championship field. Because at the beginning of the year, the Tigers was top 5 in the state. Now they're number 20. And you look at the top 5 right now, Bluntstown is number 2 in the state. Bluntstown number 2, and Madison still number 3. Taylor County got a big game this Friday night against Chieftain. If you're in the Perry area, if you want some real good rural football, you make way to the Taylor County as Chieftain travel take on Perry. That's going to be a big-time state championship aspiration for both teams. And both those teams are in the top 8 in the rural standings right now.
Yeah, basically, you beat Perry County.
You beat Taylor County.
Taylor
I mean,
County.
you could probably jump them.
Yeah.
You could probably
You
jump
can probably either jump up or you can steal your spot for that.
All this is seedy right now. All this is good seedy right now. Both those teams are definitely in the field right now, no matter how you slice it, depending on who's hosting where is everybody going to. We talk about Newberry and Bradford. I got Bradford winning that one pretty convincingly. Bradford's up for blood. Bradford's not the same team from last year that was swept by Newberry last year. I think Bradford is out to make a statement in 2A, and they will. Coco's struggling right now. Bradford, in my opinion, is the best team in 2A right now as we speak.
This is actually the rematch of the 2A district championship last year when Newberry swept them last year.
Yep.
And then lost to Bradford.
And then Bradford got swept last year by Newberry en route to Newberry going to the 4th round of playoffs last year, which they did lose to Coco on the road last year. So Bradford and Newberry both trying to get themselves prepared for the playoffs at this point.
Yeah. Even though Bradford sits in 1, Newberry's 3-3. They've gone 0-3 in non-district games.
But they won all their district games.
But when it finally counts, they won.
They won.
So this is going to be a toss-up. But I'm going to have to go Newberry.
You're going to pick Newberry over Bradford. Okay. So first time we disagree with each other tonight. Okay, so you got the Panthers beating the Tornadoes. I'm going to go Tornado or Panthers. I'm going to say 24-14 because the Tornadoes will allow too many points on that defense. Their defense is real stout. In my opinion, one of the best defenses in the state right now.
21-17.
21-17 Newberry, okay. Next, all right, we got this one. We got Denellen and North Marion this upcoming Friday. Who you got between the Colts and the Tigers?
I have no idea.
You got North Marion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the old Lee Corso for you. Not so fast, my friend. Denellen is gonna get back in the win column, but it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Be close. I think North Marion gonna make it difficult at home, but I got the Tigers getting the job done. Speaking about Gainesville, Eastside will be on docket tomorrow night as they welcome in South Sumter. Now, who you got between Eastside and South Sumter? I'm gonna go Rams in this one.
Yeah.
You go with Eastside as well, okay? So we're going Eastside over South Sumter. Now, I talked about this team week in, week out. One of the worst teams in the state. And I'm not picking them, not bullying them, but these guys are awful. We have one of our 2 wins against these guys. They came here back in week 2, and we took care of business. Will Keystone Puff the upset of the year beat Santa Fe? I don't think so. Santa Fe might run a clock just like Bradford did. Santa Fe shall run a clock as they travel to Keystone this Friday. The Raiders travel to take on Keystone. I think it's Keystone's homecoming. So it's going to be a bad homecoming. I think Raiders going to take care of business on Keystone homecoming night. The game I talked about. Chief and Taylor County. Woo-wee! This is our game of the week. High school football final game of the week as Chieftain travels to the graveyard to take on the Taylor County Bulldogs. What a game this is going to be, RJ. This is state championship playoff aspirations on the line in Perry on Friday. I hate to say this for the first time this year. I'm going against Chieftain, and I'm going to go Taylor County to win this one. Taylor County looks real good right now. But I'm telling you, this game's going to be close. And I say at least within like 4 or 5 points close. I'm going to say 31-28 Bulldogs over the Indians.
Taylor County.
You got Taylor County too? Okay. Next game. Ferdinand Beach and undefeated Yulee. Yulee still unbeaten down there in the Hornets' nest. Ferdinand Beach been up and down. Last year, Ferdinand Beach did get beat by Yulee. Did lose to Yulee last year. So the Hornets trying to get revenge on the Pirates in their rivalry game I'm going to go Yulee this year. I think Yulee is too good of a team. They're continue their push for the state playoffs. Who you got?
Yeah.
Yulee, yeah, think about it for a second. Help out.
Yeah.
All right, this is another big rural playoff aspiration game. It's
Yeah.
both these. One's in right now and one's just on the outside looking in. As Trenton currently right now in the standings at number 12. Last time I checked, and Brantford, I think they're number 18. Just on the outside looking in for the top 16. Trenton got a huge win last week against Oak Hall for homecoming. Brantford, I don't know who they played last week. Brantford's going to make it real difficult for Trenton. But I'm going to go with the Tigers in this one to get the job done to continue to go to 6-1.
Yeah.
You go Trenton as well?
Sure.
All right. All right, we're going to scroll down to a big game, the SSAA. The Bell Bulldogs on the road against rival Interlochen. Now, Coach Eric Gibson, I hope you're listening. I'm taking your boys for the win as Interlochen against Bell. Who you got? You thinking hard over here, man. You got Bell? It's going to be a toss-up. I think Interlochen will get the job done, but it's going to be a fun one down there in Putnam County. In Jacksonville, the Hawthorne Hornets come off a huge win last week against the Bayside Bears from Bradenton, Florida. They take on University Christian, who last week University Christian went to South Florida, lost to True North Classical 28-8 last week. They welcome in once beaten Hawthorne. This is going to be an interesting one down there in Duval County. I'm going to give the Hornets a close win. University Christian is really good right now, but I'm going to give the Hornets a 28-24 win over the Christians.
I'll be University Christian and Duval.
Oh,
County.
not Duval County. Not the Leocoa Duval. So you got University Christian beat Hawthorne? Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we got. We got Baker County and Swanee. It's going to be an interesting one in Glen St. Mary. Coach Andrew Thomas, his defense, taking on a very struggling Swanee County team. I got Wildcats winning this one. I think Swanee just don't have enough firepower for us to keep it close. I got Baker winning this one. Let's do a quick little speed run some of the games. Florida High and Gaston County. Who you got? Same year. Gaston County give all the sanctions right now. I'm going to go similar. McCullough and Gottby.
Gottby.
You going Gottby? I'm going War Eagles in this one. West Side and Terry Parker.
Ooh. Old Forest. Terry Parker. I'll say Terry Parker.
Terry Parker? I'm going to go with you with Terry Parker. West Side's pretty bad this year.
Dixie County and Bluntstown.
Bluntstown. That's an 8 p.m. kickoff tomorrow down there in the Panhandle area. Number two in the state. Bluntstown Tigers welcome in Dixie County. I got Bluntstown winning this one.
A struggling Dixie County.
Just real struggling Dixie County.
Who actually made it to the FIT
championship game last year. They lost to Fort Meade.
Yep.
So, it's not the same Dixie County team from last year made to the FIT championship game.
I don't think so.
And this is nowhere near. I got Bluntstown winning 1 o'clock. What the world?
No,
Oh, wow. It's a doggone ESPN ad. I thought we were
Philadelphia has taken a 16-13 lead over
touchdown.
New York.
Tush push on the play.
Oh,
Jalen
Lord.
Hurts. They ain't nothing to do with the tush push. Speaking of teams who struggle, we talk about this team too. My opinion, they are the worst team in the Alachua County area. That's a high school football team that plays 11-11. Not all high school teams in Alachua County, like Gainesville Christian or Countryside Christian, plays 11-11. Yeah. Some schools play 8-8 or 7-7. PK Young and Coach Willie Jackson. It's been a tough year for that. I watched them personally in person against Oak Hall 2 weeks ago. They lost 44-0. They take on Specially Fit out of Dover, who played Denelli last week, and Denelli got the best of them last week. Do you think PKM finally gets their first win of 2025?
Probably.
You going PK this one? Yep. I hope you're right, because I'm agreeing with you on this one, Mr. Wallace. I'm going to go PK Young finally getting win number 1 for 2025.
Madison,
They say Madison play a lot of hard schools, and man, this is probably the hardest they have faced all year.
Yeah.
Reigns, who was just in the state championship game last year in the classification. Madison coming in 2-4. Of course, they also face some schools because schools around it want to play them. I hate to say this, Madison, but I really don't care. I hope Reigns need to break some of y'all. Reigns has dominated everything they see. Last time they played, they beat Reebok 53-0. They beat Riverside 49-0. Lake Mary 51-3, and then Trinity Christian 48-14.
I think they also played Sandalwood.
And they beat the Brace out of Sandalwood too.
That game was.
I think when they put a 70 that game, didn't they?
Yeah. I have Reigns being.
Yeah, that's not even close. Speaking of Sandalwood against undefeated Ed White. I'm gonna go Ed White, man. I think Ed White gonna take care of business against Sandalwood. Sandalwood's really bad right now. Sandalwood and Westside is kind of like the PK and Dixie County and Keystone of our area. Buchholz in St. Augustine against Tacoma Creek. I'm gonna go Buchholz in this one. Let's do another rapid fire. Baldwin, Wolfson. I'm gonna go Baldwin. Okay. Inglewood, Riverside. I'm gonna go Riverside. Atlantic Coast and Creekside. I'm gonna go Creekside. Now we shift gears to Clayton County as the Columbian Tigers. One loss. I think undefeated still. Around there, one loss. I think it's one loss. Yep. Columbia lost to who? Oh, jeez. Columbia lost to St. Augustine. That's who it was. Lost to St. Augustine. And lost in St. Augustine. And they tried to take over the Ridgeview Panthers. And Ridgeview is awful. Columbia's going to win this one 1 o'clock. Pearson Taylor taking on Williston. Now, we know 2 weeks ago, congratulations to Coach Robert Pruitt for winning his 200 career games in Florida. So he has 400-plus career wins in the country. He's the first person ever do it in the United States to win 200 in 2 states.
Record is 14.
14 or something, yeah.
101-1.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm going Williston, by the way, too. The Villages, another good team. Welcome in Astronaut, the War Eagles. I'm going to Villages in this one.
I never heard of Astronaut.
Lake Weir hosting, traveling to Lake Buena Vista and take on the Vipers. I'm going to Lake Weir in this one. That's a little bit of a commute for the Hurricanes. They travel to Disney World USA in Orlando. This the game I'll be at tomorrow as the Old Plate Christian Defenders out of Jacksonville makes the trip to Alachua County for homecoming night. And they take on the Oak Hall Eagles. Homecoming. I will be there. I will live stream this game tomorrow at Oak Hall. We'll meet with some of the players tomorrow, and we'll go live at 6:45 for pregame, and then we'll go live for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. I'm going Oak Hall for this one to get rebound for last week's loss against the Trent Tigers. Coach John Brantley, the Ocala Forest Wildcats on the road in Mineola, Florida, to take on Lake Mineola Hawks. I saw Lake Mineola play already. They got killed by Williston. I'm going Forest. South Lake against Horizon with a guard. I'm going South Lake. Leon versus Marietta. I'm going Lions. Who you got? Lions as well. Other schools around the area. Bowles and Andrew Jackson.
That's a fight for the ages. But
I'm going Bowles. Bowles. You got Andrew Jackson win?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Osceola Christian against Graceville. Same here. Episcopal hosting Trinity Christian. I'm going to Conquerors in this one. Mandarin and Fletcher. I'm going Mandarin. Clay hosting St. Augustine. God bless you, Clay, but this is not it for y'all. St. Augustine is a juggernaut, and they're still undefeated for a reason. I'm going St. Augustine. The team we saw a few weeks ago, Paxton versus Impact Christian. I'm going Paxton in this one.
That's my dad's school.
Impact Christian?
No.
Paxton? Your dad's a Paxton graduate?
Yep.
Wow. So you're from Jacksonville?
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. So how'd you end up over here on Union County, man?
Well, my dad actually worked at the printing industry.
Oh, RMC, okay. So your dad is a Golden Eagle, so I know it kind of hurt him that we beat them a couple weeks ago.
Yup.
So tell me, how big is Paxton's school?
They,
Is that big? It's not big, really.
I've never been to Paxton.
I think I drove past it. I think it's over off of US 1 on the other side of the railroad tracks. Yeah, coming down Kings Avenue. I think that's where I could be wrong.
I have Paxton.
Ponte Vedra and Middleburg. Middleburg are really good. I'm going to Middleburg. Middleburg are really good this year. Really good.
Okay.
Bishop Kenny and Menendez.
Menendez.
I'm going Crusaders. Central versus Crystal River. I'm looking at you stupid right now. I'm going Central. Crystal River's horrible right now. She's another horrible team. Oh gosh. Bronson, Lord have mercy. I will pay to see this game. Bronson versus Keystone. Oh my gosh. Please make this happen for 2025. Because both these programs are awful. And I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm not here to pick, I'm not here to bully nobody. But these two programs are probably the worst two in the state.
Yeah.
Dixie will run circles around both of those right now. Yep. And we already see Dixie beat Keystone already. So, my goodness. Seven Rivers, yeah, man. Bronson, I want to give y'all the dub. Bronson's horrible, man. Bronson is bad, man. Oh my gosh. And I got two more games left. Yep. Jefferson County and Sneeze. Who you got? Sneeze in the playoff picture too, by the way. For I think they're outside looking in right now, but they're close. I'm gonna go Sneeze on Jefferson County. Last game. Lake Gibson and Kathleen. I'm going Red Devils. Kathleen's a good team. And that is all for high school games. Oh, yeah, one more. We got West Nassau and Satellite. I never heard of Satellite before.
Me either.
I'm going to go West Nassau. I'm going to go where I know. But now that's our last game. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in with the Big Hoss Charlotte. We did a lot of talking in almost over an hour worth of work. Thank all of our sponsors. Once again, I want to thank Cornerstone Caregiving, Cool Waters, Florida Gulf Coast, Florida Gateway College, Pop Pop's Pizza Box, North Central Tile, Radiant Credit Union, Southland Wood and Steel, State James Bus and J Bus State Farm and Field of Grace Farmhouse, the Oil Guy LLC, Thomas Hardware and Wayne's Fire Manufacturing. We also got Meridian, we got First Christian Church Lake Butler, Spires IGA, Bird Automotive Super Centers, Teal Tile, Roberts Insurance, and last but not least, the great people at Lake Butler Hospital. So I want to thank everybody for once again sponsoring not just Tiger football and Tiger athletics, but sponsoring Union County Radio, WUCR 107.9. And last but surely not least, I want to thank my brother from another mother, our great radio station director, Aaron Dukes, and his people at Dukes Legal PA for clearly sponsoring my show. Once again, I'll say my new sponsor. I got two sponsors now. I want to thank James Bus State Farm for sponsoring my show, and also Field of Grace Farmhouse for sponsoring the show as well. Got those two sponsors a couple weeks ago. So thank y'all for what y'all do. I'm the Big Hoss Charles Jackson with my lovely host,
Rj Wallace.
And we'll be back. Won't be this Friday because I'll be at the Oak Call Old Plate game. But I will be here Saturday. I might just move it to Monday. You guys should move it to Monday. Yeah. We're gonna do it Monday. We're gonna do Monday. Artie will be back here with me on Monday. Okay. Hopefully, if not, I'll do it myself on Monday. We'll be back here Monday for high school football final post game as we shift gears to high school volleyball as Union County will host districts. Union County will open up district tournament play next Monday, and hopefully we'll be live to call the district semifinals on Tuesday. And if they make it through the district semifinals, we'll be back here on Thursday to call the district championship game with Mike Rideout and the crew on next week. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in, guys. Hopefully it rained outside over in the chat. We'll be back here on Monday, high school football final post game. And right now, the Eagles was down 13-3. The Eagles came back to take a 17-13 lead, but the Giants are driving. We're out of here. I'm gonna play my theme song on my way out of here because I'm him. I'm grateful. I'm blessed, and I love doing what I do because I don't miss. High school football final Monday. We'll see y'all, and I'm out. Get me out of here, RJ.